What's going on, you guys? It's Erica Brittany finally coming back with another video. We are going to add more information videos on here, the ones that you guys like, and I'm going to incorporate some vlogs. Once a week we'll do information videos, and then maybe every so often I'll put in vlogs in there during the weekend, but that's just because I love vlogs. That's what I love watching. But let's get on with the video. How to choose your job in the United States Army. I know there are over 150 jobs, so it's like, how can I just choose one? Let's first talk about ASVAB scores. ASVAB is what matters. I've been a recruiter for a little less than a year now, and a lot of applicants that come through decide, hey, I want to go medic, I want to be signal, I want to do all these other jobs that you need a very high ASVAB score and a high GT score, and they really want these high jobs. And I'm like, hey, as long as you qualify for it, I got you. I'll do my best to get you that job, except for those unicorn jobs, which is firefighter and dog handler. I will do my best to get you that job, but some of them don't score very well, and they still are wondering, why can't I get this job? You guys need people in the Army. At the end of the day, it's like coming to the civilian world, going to get a job. It's like going to Google and being like, hey, I want to be the head of marketing, or I want to be the head of whatever job that you're looking for. Oh, hey, I want to be in the Olympics, all this stuff. But how can we get you that certain job if you don't have the certain prerequisites for it? So before you even think about, oh, I want to get all this stuff, it's great to think about all that, but let's get down. Let's do your ASVAB first, and then decide what jobs you want. It's good to have at least 10 in your head, but don't put your mind on one specific job if you're not sure on what your ASVAB score is. Let's choose 5 jobs, right? You're still thinking you're about to take the ASVAB, but we want to be like, hey, are you about to enlist? Let's see what your next step is. Choose 5 jobs, and these are 5 jobs that are different, just in case there are no schools opening, they need you to pass some type of physical and you couldn't do it. Let's just choose 5 different MOSs. So the first 2 is the jobs that you want 100%. This is what you want regardless of ASVAB scores, and you haven't taken the ASVAB. This is what I want. The next 2 will be another top 2, but in a different field of training. So one might be in medical, the other one might be in intel, and then the last one will be just something you're okay with getting, that in general you might want to reclass later on, but it's okay that you're going to get that just because you're getting certain certificates, or you wanted to try this job for a little bit, but it might not be your end all be all unless you actually really like it. Now let's research all the jobs. You can go to goarmy.com. That's what I did when I was younger. There's a personality quiz there, so you can put in what you like, what you don't like, and they'll try to tailor what MOSs works for you. And then while you're looking at the jobs that might interest you, look at the other jobs that you might not even think about, where you can look at, yeah, you want to be comic camera, but there's this other thing where you can make designs. There are plenty of jobs that you can look at that might pique your interest once you start reading into it. Another thing to consider, what is your main goal in life? You might not be planning on retiring in the Army, so what do you want to do after the military? The Army can be a very good stepping stone for you. It really can be. My plan was to do 3 years and figure out what I wanted to do next. But I really enjoyed being in the Army, so I kept continuing what I was doing. I still had a bunch of things I can fall back onto if I really needed it. If your plan is just using this as a stepping stone so you can get VA loan benefits, get your school paid for, what do you want to do after the Army? That means considering what interests you, skills that you'll develop, and then how those things will align to the job that you want. Because many MOSs actually give you a lot of certificates and things that you can bring into your career field. So if you want to be a nurse, maybe look at a practical nurse in the Army. So now you have certain certificates where if you need to go to school, which the Army will pay for, but if you need certain labs, exercises, all this stuff, you might not have to do it anymore because the Army has done it for you already. And it is very fast paced. Let's say you're trying to do something with EMT and all that, right? You're going to medical training, you'll be able to get a bunch of certificates during the short amount of time that you're actually doing AIT. So here are some examples. 68 USC Combat Medic, right? It provides medical care and emergency treatment, which can lead to careers in healthcare fields such as paramedic, nursing, or medical techniques. Another thing is 25 Bravo, which is an information technology specialist, manages and maintains computer systems and networks, a skill set highly applicable to IT roles in the civilian sector, which make good money. And then also another thing, 12 Bravo Combat Engineer engages in construction, demolition, and engineering projects, which can translate to career in construction, civil engineering, or infrastructure development. And one last example I can give you is 15 Tango, which is a helicopter repair. They specialize in maintenance and the repair of helicopters, leading to opportunities in aviation maintenance and aerospace engineering. And all these things that you learn, you can bring to the outside world. And why I say the Army doesn't have to be your end all be all, right? You get all these certificates, you go to the civilian world, you have your resume that the Army is going to assist you in building. You're going to apply for this job, or you're going to use the PACE program, which is Partnership for Your Success, in order for you to get a interview. And now, while you're competing with other people, you're going to have a veteran status and show that you have experience in this work and already have the prerequisites. So if someone has the same exact standards as you, this will help you go above and beyond, and they're more likely to pick you in the job. Now, another thing that you want to worry about when you're picking your MOS is, do you want to be in the office, or do you prefer to be in the outside? So more office, admin, or combat, so more in the field. If you play Call of Duty, I get it. Combat jobs look cool. They are cool, especially the movies. I'm telling you, movies kind of help me like think that, oh, this Army thing is really like, this is how it is all the time. It's not always like that, right? It's okay to be a support MOS. As much as people might call you POG, which is, I think, person other than grunt, you need to think about it. Regardless if you're E5 sergeant, and someone calls you a pogue, and that's another E5, you both are making the same money because you guys are the same rank, depending on the time in service, because you get more every 2 years or so. But when people say that, especially when they say it to me, I'm like, okay, you can make that money and be out in the field and enjoy your time sleeping out there while I'm coming home to the AC, coming home at a decent time, eating a home-cooked meal, and we're both getting paid the same. So it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do the combat stuff, be in the field, do a lot of tactical training, go for it. It's still fun. I have a lot of buddies that love doing it and want to go back to it, but I have a lot of friends that are in support MOSs. I'm one of them, and I enjoy what I do. The field's cool once in a while, but if I don't have to be there, that's fine with me. Now, talking about PieCAT, you're able to kind of lock in your job before you go down to do your physical. So you do the PieCAT, which is the pre-ASVAB, go and verify it. And then once you verify it, we're able to kind of lock down what jobs you choose. Even if you take the PieCAT overall, we're able to lock down that job. As long as you verify, then that job is yours. That's why I would say, once you know you're about to take the test, write some of the jobs already down, so your recruiter can kind of see what you have in mind. Now, another thing to think about is bonuses and incentives. Some job might come with enlistment bonus, but I'm not gonna lie, it's mainly like combat jobs or jobs that are really hard to get because of certain ASVAB scores. And just remember that those shouldn't be the reasons on why you join. It might just be an incentive, but don't let it be the whole like, oh, I wanted 20K or I wanted this and that, because you should just be happy with what job you choose. And if that job that you actually like doesn't have a bonus, that's okay. Later on in the future, if you decide to re-enlist, you can get an enlistment bonus that way too. Now, my main thing is think about what your goals are. Think about the job you want to choose. Think about what you want to be in the future, and see how the Army can set you up for success. Meaning, if you want to be in the medical field, intel, anything with like criminal justice, engineering, all these things, the Army can set you up for success. So you gotta sit down, pick a job, but at the end of the day, it's your decision. And if you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below and I'll answer it as much as I can. But don't forget, the internet is the thing. If you wanna look at a day in the life of someone else, you're able to, because everyone's kind of making YouTube videos nowadays. Everything's on Instagram, TikTok, so go check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give a thumbs up. Follow my new Discord. I'm gonna start trying to talk to you guys more often, as much as I can. This job I have is just very like, I'm always online talking to people, all this stuff. So trying to do my own side of social media is a little bit difficult, but tune in on Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live, and we'll be talking about Army related stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give a thumbs up, and peace out from your favorite recruiter. Bye.
I got my head in the clouds, I don't wanna come down. I got 1, 2, 3 people doubting me now.